No, but since last Tuesday, I've been begging Kari to watch the Murder Inc. docuseries episode 1 that premiered on BET. I've seen this damn thing 3-4 times over already because I'm such a head for this shit.
Yeah.
This just detailed in episode 1, or let me just start with we've already given what the Murder Inc. docuseries was going to be, but this is basically detailing Irv Gotti's life, Irv Gotti and how he started Murder Inc., how that tied into Def Jam, and all of the artists and success and triumph and turmoil that came with
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
Yeah.
So episode 1 was on Tuesday. It basically covered his upbringing, how he started his first record label, TVT, how he came to know Ja Rule, how he came to know Jay-Z, how he came to know DMX, and how he came to form what is known as Murder Inc.
Mm-hmm. How he got his start.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just from the jump. Just everything. Yeah.
So where we at? Let's go.
Where do we start, man?
Let's start with
this was the first episode, but it was so much.
There was so much packed into this.
God, bro.
Let's start with, if you didn't know and you watched episode 1, now you know the type of genius and producer that Irv Gotti was and just did not get to finish.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's a great start. So I'm going to say where I was coming in before watching episode 1. So I know Murder Inc. I know Irv Gotti, everybody. I know how he was as far as like an A&R for the label, right?
Right.
But yeah, bro, I did not know.
Or owner of the label. Really.
Owner, yeah, my bad. But I didn't know how good he was as far as a producer, or how he started really as a producer. I had no idea some of the songs that Irv Gotti had produced.
And how quickly he had to learn how to produce. Like, he talked about how he had no idea how to use an MPC or make beats.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He called one of his homeboys and learned in 15 minutes, was making classic records in 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Classics.
That's just insane. And I'm glad you brought that up because they talked about his upbringing, his childhood. So his family, they were really good at gambling. He learned how to play poker at age 4. So they said he was just really good with just figuring shit out in numbers. So when it came to the business, running the label, learning how to work shit fast, that shit was easy to him because I can't imagine working a beat machine in 15 minutes, bro. Like,
absolutely not.
There's no way I could do that.
An MPC?
There's no way I could do that. So I'm looking at him.
You can learn how to use it, but probably not how to make.
But make a beat. He literally made a beat, and somebody came and recorded it in 15 minutes, and it ended up being a classic song.
I was gonna say, and they were able to use it.
Like,
and that's a classic Mike Geronimo song.
Right, yeah.
Classic.
Like, that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was crazy. But even one that stuck out to me, Irv produced Jay-Z Can I Live.
Can I get a what?
I had no idea.
This man was bad with that shit. I'm talking about, like, to the point where it's tragic seeing how Murder Inc. went down.
Yeah, and it's just episode 1.
We're just in episode 1. Now, let's start talking about how he comes to meet these guys. Now, I'm not really 100% sure in remembering how he said he met Jay, but Jay ended up being his DJ.
Yeah, so
Irv ended up being Jay's DJ.
Yeah, so it was through another artist that Irv was working with, but they took a trip to London, UK. Jay-Z ended up being out there as well, and that's where they first met.
And they got tight out there. They were out there for a minute. Yeah.
Right, but Irv really went out there to be another artist, DJ. I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, but that's how they initially met. And then obviously, you know, over time, their relationship and friendship just grew.
Right. And that's how he comes to know Jay-Z. And he ends up working on a lot of Reasonable Doubt with Jay-Z. We had no idea. Now, this is something even that I knew, even in knowing Irv Gotti, how fundamental and foundational Irv Gotti was in the formation of Rockefeller Records.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, my God. You were there for the groundbreaking of the label, Reasonable Doubt, which is the foundation of Rockefeller Records.
Somebody, I can't remember who said it, but, you know, they have just people that they interview in the docuseries. They said there would be no Jay-Z without Irv Gotti.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
A lot of people were saying, or somebody said it in there, that he was like, as a producer, like part of the birth of Rockefeller Records.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti. Like I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't know that part
you know,
either.
bro. Like we were young. We were just born when Rockefeller and Jay-Z was just coming out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're babies. So of course I'm not gonna know Irv. So that was crazy to learn that, bro.
Moving forward, he has a homeboy in the streets that does rap by the name of Black Chris.
Yep.
Black Chris is on the block. He gets a call from Irv. He's like, "Hey, you want to rap or you want to sell crack?"
You want to go to jail? You want to go home?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, beg.
Right.
But Black Chris was like, "All right, yeah, whatever. I'll come record, but only if you let me bring my homie. Like my homeboy has to come."
Yeah.
So
He out here with me on the block.
right, Irv Gotti was kind of roped into bringing this little lackey
Right.
into the studio.
Right.
This lackey happens to be Ja Rule.
Come on, man.
And it ends up being a situation where when the labels start calling, they go, "Fuck Black Chris. We want Ja Rule."
Yeah, because they ended up being Ja Rule starting a group. This is another thing I didn't know.
CMC, the Cash Money Click.
You're right. So that entire group, I didn't even know about that. Like that's how he got his start. But yeah,
They were all signed to Irv Gotti's original
yeah.
record label, TVT.
TVT, exactly. So yeah, like you said, eventually down the road when the label started calling, they like, okay, yeah, we like what you're doing, Irv. We like what's going on, but
Leora Cohen called from Def Jam Records.
Def Jam. But I would just want him,
Just a little skinny guy.
just a little skinny guy over there. What's his name? Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take him.
John, we'll take John. You listen to fucking shrewd ass Leora Cohen's voice. Always knew Jaw. Like he was the one.
Yeah, Ja Rule, whatever, nigga.
But I mean, he got the ear.
Yeah, but
he
that
knew it.
Yeah, but that was amazing to see though. To think like it was possible. Like imagine if that never happened. Imagine if Irv never makes that call to his homeboy. Imagine if the homeboy and Ja never together. Like they may not ever connect the way that they connected. So I love hearing the stories like this, bro. That shit. I swear, I just be like, fuck.
You got Jay-Z. You got Ja Rule. Irv Gotti somehow makes his way to Yonkers, New York, and he said this guy peeks his head out of a cracked glass window. And he was like, "Hey, Irv, I'll be out there in a minute, yo." And the guy raps for him, and he knew it off of first rip that this guy was gonna be a star. The nigga's DMX.
The guy ends up being fucking DMX, bro.
So he goes to
Man.
promoting DMX as his artist, taking him under his wing, producing his first album, which damn, how It's Dark as Hell is Hot. I couldn't forget that. And he's running around telling everybody some crazy projections, that don't happen in the 90s. Yo, this kid's doing 5 mil when this album drops. Like the kid's gonna do 5 mil.
Yeah.
Niggas are looking at him like Kanye when he's telling them he's the savior of
greatest.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Like I'm a genius. No, shut the fuck up. Just wait your turn.
Even Jay was on there. It was like, yeah, like we're not taking away from your ability or his talent, but it's just like how
Like that's not even
it's illogical.
possible
Yeah.
in today's time. Yeah, he literally said
Yeah.
it's illogical. Like it's not logical.
right. Like it's just not happening right now.
DMX drops and does 7 mil in the first year. Not 5, not 6.
7 blew through the roof, bro. The label was like, yeah, we don't want to sign anybody that's he's literally barking on the songs. They didn't believe in it. They didn't believe in it. Irv did.
He spun back a year later for Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. 1 year, 5 more mil. I'm getting chills on my arms.
Yeah, bro. It's really, when you think about it, man, it's insane. That Irv really produced a lot, bro.
He had a vinyl in his office of It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
He did.
And he said, I put this here and look at it just to remind myself that I saved they asses.
Man.
Because he detailed a financial state that Def Jam was in, that had they not signed Irv Gotti and did what they need to do music wise with these artists, Def Jam and Leor and Russell Simmons would have gone under. They were in a collateral deal basically, where if they go over 80% of something financially, that conglomerate or whoever it was that they were tied to could just take Def Jam,
and they were,
and they were nearing
yeah.
it.
It was like a $20-30 million hole that they were in, or that they needed like to surpass as far as like revenue. And they wouldn't have been able to do it without Irv.
He sold those 7 million, but in those he generated 200 to 300 million towards the company, saving them.
Literally saving their ass. That shit is crazy.
And it's gonna be crazy as this unfolds to see how Def Jam does them when the feds come.
I know.
Since I saved you,
Right.
that's just it's gonna be weird to see.
Yeah, man. But like we said, man, episode 1 was is jam packed. But like we can have a whole pod on just this shit. You know what I'm saying?
And in that 30, 45 minute, hour, however long that was, we aren't even done. Like,
There's
and
so
we
much
just
more.
we just have to get out of here because we've spent a lot of time here.
Yeah. But no, definitely check that out. Definitely be following the series, man.
Oh, that's amazing. That's an amazing docu series. I can't wait to hear more of this.
Yeah, absolutely. What we'll do, we'll keep watching it. How many episodes did they say? Or
no, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I'm sure on actual television they're saying how long of a part series this is, but I've just been seeing it
5
online.
or 6.
Let's see,
5 or 6 maybe, and then he also has another show that comes on like right after it on BET as well. So Irv is just in his bag, man. So shout out to them. I'm definitely
5 parts.
5.
Ooh, so we getting this for a month, Kari?
Yeah. So we'll figure out. We'll talk about it off mic how we want to bring it in every week, because we don't have to talk about it every week. Maybe we'll wrap it up. Maybe we'll talk about the 3rd episode and then wrap it up with the 5th episode or something like that. We'll talk about it.
Man, if that shit too hard, Kari,
I know we have to. We may
have to get to that shit.
I know.
But yeah, let's get out of there for now.
Okay.
Let's move on